Here you go, Kat. Everyone's giving me the link. I'm not playing that right now. I'm not gonna sing it because I know you all are sending it to me just so I will sing it in Lotta's voice. Not gonna happen. I'm playing Stardew with mods. Sub incentive. Did I pick the right one? I did. Okay. So, Kita, are you ready?
This is just a clusterfuck. Are we ever gonna like finish this?
Even finish the trial? I don't know.
Trial. Let's try. I'm ready.
Let's try. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. That was the hope. Yes, I knew that was the fucking hope. We also have Six Flags Water Park. Yeah, we have yours is called Hurricane Harbor? So is ours. Ours is called Hurricane Harbor as well, by the way.
Ma'am,
so
District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
March 22nd, 214. Anyway.
We gotta get the ship in there.
Also, we still have gay cam. Just saying. This game
It's
is
gay
cursed.
cam, but it's just your webcam.
I mean gay cam. I mean, it's true. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I guess. Looks like she gonna murder him, though. I was sleeping like a log the entire time. Just like Powers. See, she could have... It's just so many parallels. She could have... Oh my god. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it was really her? Yes, she is the real killer. Well, you're saying that very absolutely. We don't know that yet, but...
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
It's never obvious. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of the day. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? What?
Oh, God.
Boops!
Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impax's missing suicide note, right?
Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impax as her strength and reason to live. Kimmy! Okay, I'm done. I need to hop out because of spoilers. Take care, Kimmy! You're probably already gone. Hi, TB.
Bye, Kimmy.
Bye, Kimmy.
You should stay and be spoiled.
The temptation is real. I'm never gonna focus. Let's be real.
This is
Can't
gone.
sing the
We should have just kept talking about Disney.
Phoenix Wright stream turns into imagining Disney stream.
Yeah, we
Basically.
can plan it. Okay, then we're gonna do this.
Now we're gonna do this. I wish he was hotter. I like his jacket. I like that you just find the attraction to his jacket. I mean, I've heard the whole just chatting, but did Kat or Kita mention that they'll be on stream tomorrow? No, we did not. Tomorrow. Kita, actually. Can we say
you were doing
the
such a
beginning
great job.
I didn't know if can we say announce this?
No, we
person?
can.
Okay, so tomorrow we will be on Steam. Kita will be on Steam. I will be joining her as a guest. I have to clarify that because technically I can't stream on other sites anyway. So Kita will be streaming on Steam and we'll be on the Overcooked's main page because they fucking love Kita and I love that they love Kita. Fucking
Don't know
Team
why.
17, thank you. We're gonna be playing Overcooked 2's new DLC, and it's Carnival of Chaos, or
Yep.
Yeah, that. So it's all carnival themed, and I'm excited and also scared because carnivals
chefs.
are kind of creepy. New chefs and cannons, and I'm scared. And cannons. So this is tomorrow on Steam at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 12 to 2, so it's 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours on Steam. So, that is that. That's why I'm not streaming tomorrow on this channel, because me and Keto will be on Steam. And then in the evening on her channel at 6:30 Central Standard Time, we'll be playing it again! But not on Steam, but on Keto's channel and also on Switch. So, the Kit Kat Steam Stream Dream Team. Oh my god. You both tweeted it, so I figured you could announce it. Well, I retweeted Keto because I was like, she announced it, so I think we can. So I just retweeted her.
Yeah, no, we could today.
Yeah. So, and then the rest of my stream schedule this week is then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, since I'm not streaming tomorrow. But Friday is Snake Pass, patron pick from To Be Fair, and then Wander Song will be continuing as a patron pick from Lacious. And then Saturday is more Control. So if you like that Control life, all the SCPs, all the superpowers, I can now levitate. That'll be Saturday. And then Sunday is going to be 2 sub incentives. We're going to play a 1 board of Mario Party 4. And then we're going to be playing some Super Monkey Ball on GameCube. So Keto, what is your stream schedule for this week?
Well, we're playing more Fire Emblem tonight, which is, I'm sure, a huge shocker to everybody. And then just
where she gets to be a teacher.
I am the best professor ever. I fail everyone. And then there's a ball coming up, so it's very exciting.
Ooh, like a dancing ball?
Yeah. And one of the guards was like, is there a special someone that you
want to
like
bring
or whatever? No, I don't think you can actually take them to the ball. I feel like I would get arrested for that, but
that's disappointing. Oh, because they're a student?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, no, that'd be weird.
Because they are a student. Yes.
The stream is going to be on Steam tomorrow at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central, 12 to 2 Eastern.
Yeah, and then on Twitch in the evening.
On Keto's.
Time.
That's what's going on tomorrow. So yeah, Keto's doing that. And what else?
Yeah, so Fire Emblem, and then Thursday is all Overcooked, and then Friday is on Kimmy's channel with Shadow of War, and then Sunday is Hitman 2 Elusive Target. It's a very busy week.
Very busy.
I'm very tired.
Keto's ready to sleep right now?
Yeah.
To be fair, who's that? You! Snake Pass is pretty fun, but also frustrating. I mean, we'll see if I have to restart my save. So, because I played it on a different computer last time I played it. Yeah, it's early on Steam and an hour earlier for me. Yeah. That. So. On to this really drastic emotion change here. But then Miss Impact
we're
suddenly...
take it seriously.
But then Miss Impact...
comments are going crazy.
Suddenly killed herself. It's true. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it is Oh, this is you.
I think Phoenix was talking for a while.
I think he was. I think I did read
And then
Phoenix.
she's just...
Finishing
I think
my
she's
sentence.
just finishing, yeah. Is Juan Carita the victim of this murder?
And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Carita. All to get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible. One thing bothers me.
What?
Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts.
It was Edgeworth.
It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Sure is. Don't let your guard down yet.
March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Ah, I see what you did there.
I would go down with this ship.
Yes. Oh my god. Edgeworth. It's true. It's top confirmed.
I
We
mean,
already talked about this.
That's been confirmed, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Court will now reconvene. Now that Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. Don't make me laugh. I can't do the deep voice laughing.
I'm sorry, but it was just a drastic change. It made me giggle. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. We're just gonna all start laughing. It's a clusterfuck.
It's true.
We're never gonna finish this. This isn't even like, this is halfway through. The whole game.
No, not again.
Damn it. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Engarde.
I see. Now I'm just laughing because we're talking about. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. I would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never heard of Gossipland. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Carita. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter. What? Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. Focus.
Get the senile man out of here! But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. Phoenix is like, I am.
I am.
I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
Me, it's me. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
Is the judge okay? Oh, you didn't offend me by putting Lotta in the art. It was funny. I think Kita enjoyed it as well.
I loved it.
When I found the body. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, this is my testimony.
I'm sorry.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. The fucking butter knife!
Is the judge ever okay? This is a good question. Hi, Mage! What about cosplaying bunnies? Thank you for the clip, Miss Manga Chick. Is the judge even a judge? This is also a good question. Anyway.
What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
What? I'm sorry, when I'm about
Dead
to
body,
faint,
gotta
I
get
don't
some
think
juice.
I need juice. I think I'm gonna lay the fuck down, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she's saying, like, her blood sugar dropped?
Maybe. I still would lay down first. You poured
And
yourself
just pour the juice directly into your mouth.
from the floor, just like...
Yeah.
God, I'm not that talented. It'll just look like I got murdered because it's tomato juice, and then it'll be all over. It's fine. You poured yourself
murdered.
Everyone's murdered. You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime.
How convenient.
And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing.
Disrupt her pacing?
Just start screaming, it'll throw her off.
She'll be like, what?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Thought she was going to say understood. Understand.
Understand. Phoenix Wright universe is juice is usually substitute for alcohol? Oh. I mean, that makes sense. I know when I feel faint.
I mean, still probably not the best plan.
Yeah, no. Some juice in a champagne glass does the trick.
Dead body, get crunk.
Yeah. If I had low blood sugar, you should not. If you are feeling faint, do not drink alcohol. That is not what I mean. Juice, but alcohol, do not drink. It dehydrates you and will make things worse and not fun. So, just saying.
All right, so we want to press on the third statement, where she says she was in shock.
There was his dead buddy. I was in shock.
There was his dead buddy. Yeah.
His dead buddy. Left press, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold it. You were in shock? Did you say... Are you there?
Used to be. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was worried Discord cut. Well, it did cut out because all I heard was supposed to be. But.
Oh, yeah. I said. Caroline.
Okay. Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. What?
Somehow I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. Phoenix, I'm right there with you. Hi, Pond! Also, bye, Squee. Take care for whenever you need to leave, if we miss it. Hi, Senri. I see.
Phoenix is just upset that Edgeworth called her pretty.
Yeah. How dare you? I'm the pretty one.
Here, yeah, anyway, Phoenix is the pretty one.
No, what do we press? Or do we present?
Last one. We want to press on the last one. Ugly people cannot be shocked at science. Says
apparently. I didn't realize there were only 4.
There's
Phoenix
5.
is a queen? It's true. Oh, it automatically put me on the next one, which is why I was confused. Okay. So I felt as though I was about to faint.
Yep.
Hold it. Juice?
Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks. There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Kurita, you were in great shock, and that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time.
Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? How many times would I like to just say that? To
right?
Every NPC. I need a sound clip of
NPC.
that. Aren't you rude today?
Oh my god.
I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
I forgot my allergy medicine.
Oh.
What one thing?
Oh, never mind. It's no big deal.
It's a big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Press further?
Yes.
I assume. Okay. Hit that table! Miss Andrews! I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. She's upset. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo?
I thought you said flower face.
Flower face? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
Pink. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else.
Well. So, I assume we probably present something then? Unless something new.
Yeah.
Well, she said she has something new.
Hold on. I went through it.
Oh.
So
had some nice hips in the back shop. Bella Go-Go? Hips for days.
So on the where she says what she saw was exactly the same as the crime scene photo, we need to present we can present the crime photo because it's like, no, you're lying.
Present?
Where is the crime photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the way back. It's like all the way over there.
Photo of Juan Carita's murder scene?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Objection! Those hips clearly don't lie, it's true. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I said?
It's not some problem. It's a major problem.
No, got her.
Got her. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. That rhymed. However, if that was true, the case would have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. That's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. And what is that? I like how he gets into it now.
Yeah.
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards would be inside, not outside the case.
What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over. Is that all?
Objection right the fuck back. Hi, Legal. Hello. No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say that she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? Where's the guitar?
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Make her testify?
Fine.
All I heard was "fi."
Fine. Make her testify.
Make her testify. Okay. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you.
Rude. I can't believe I'm doing this either.
I mean, I don't think he was insulting him.
No.
All right, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, he's reaching. He's always reaching. The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Wow, what a great fucking testimony that was. Thanks for that.
I feel really informed right now.
I feel just so much, I just feel like we're getting to the bottom of this case with that testimony.
Reaching for Edgeworth? Edgeworth, don't be rude to your lover.
He's always reaching for Edgeworth.
It's true.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
I'm just gonna make everything Edgeworth says, like, suggestive. I mean, it writes itself. So.
It absolutely fucking
It
does.
does.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it just gets better. Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man.
Oh my god. The guitar case. Alright, so.
Okay, so we can present the guitar case on any of the statements except for the first one. So you just
Okay, I'm on the second one.
on the second one. Yeah.
Present it. Guitar case.
Present the guitar case.
Doing it. Kita seductive Edgeworth voice.
Upper corner is all the comforting edgy needs.
I know. Gay cam. Hi, Michael the linguist. Hey, defeated your thesis. Congrats. That's so fucking exciting. Also, my stream deck is not working right now, so please put hype in chat for me. Please, guys. All right. There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Also, fucking lawnmower? Shut the fuck up.
You just see Kat running to the window, opening it up, and throwing something outside.
Knock it off! Oh my god. Thank you guys. Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Wee woo. Did you say why would you say that? Oh.
I'm about to, ma'am. Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear. Don't you fucking...
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding? You're not Sherlock Holmes. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Ah! Cat Oldbag. I recommend screaming that? Oh, don't recommend screaming at the lawnmowers that?
What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. Maybe I wiped them off.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Why would you have been wearing gloves?
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
Because she's a
It
sneaky
was the
bee.
night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
But you had fingerprints on the glass.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime.
But didn't they test
That's
and they're
strange.
hers?
The fingerprints on the glass, yeah.
So
The murdering
Just say
grass
that's-
when you throw things.
just say
That'll
that's
help the defense.
strange. There is
That's
something strange about it.
It is very strange. Wrong Ace Attorney came Phoenix. You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? Actually, bitch, we do.
Actually, bitch, the glass.
The
with
wine glass
Andrew's
that has your fingerprints.
wine glass of juice.
Take that.
Take it. I have your proof right here. This wine glass.
The wine glass.
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself the glass of juice. That was really slow. Wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Here, Mama.
Her glass is just like broke.
Okay, first of all, that's an expensive thing to have happen, and then just to whip out a second pair. And I'm
Well,
sure
maybe
she's
it
gonna have
happens
like
a
4
lot.
more. Yeah. Hi, ADT.
And just like their exclamations, just making them very over the top.
Order, order, order.
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
But it's just an empty case. Phoenix, be confident.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar, the bright red guitar that was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions.
There was a dead body.
Done. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either.
Phoenix, goddammit.
What? It is either a wine glass, and wine, or juice glass and juice. Pick one. Yeah, I don't know why they call it a wine glass, but it's juice in there. But okay. I mean, I guess you could have juice in a wine glass. It's just juice in a wine glass. I guess.
I mean, you can put something else in a champagne flute. It doesn't have to be champagne. You could put chocolate milk in there if you wanted. That's what I would do.
I do not like champagne. I've tried for like New Year's. Can't do it. Nope.
Never had it.
But fuck you, Phoenix. God damn it, Phoenix.
I will admit it. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case.
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided.
Chat, you're distracting me. No, Your Honor.
We're fighting. Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Pay attention
Don't talk
to
about
me.
people being top. It's distracting to me.
Oh my god.
Edgeworth. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. Blech. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
To the murder? I'm assuming you said? You cut out.
Yeah, I did. Sorry. To the murder.
Oh, Discord.
Discord.
Hello. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Did you not hear me that whole time? Oh, shit.
I heard you say I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder, and then that's sort of...
To the murder. Well?
No, it's my
Yeah.
turn anyway.
Yeah.
If you're so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. I'm just gonna follow what Mia said.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar... Judge?
So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? I don't know.
I totally misread I am a thirsty hoe. Because I misread it in my own mindset. It's fine. Greenest Demon, thank you so much for the host. Goodness gracious. Alright. What was inside the case at the time of the murder? I don't fucking know. Lotta's camera. I don't know.
Can you check Discord for a sec?
Okay.
Just want to clarify.
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
Okay, just making sure.
Totally fine. Suicide note, but we don't have that. So I don't know what would be inside there.
Well, you probably wouldn't guess anyway. Lotta's photo.
I was actually gonna guess Lotta's camera. But yeah. Is that the last one? Lotta's photo, yeah.
Yeah.
Picture taken in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at it. Damn it. Take that!
You looked at what?
I accidentally looked at the photo instead of selected it.
This is a photograph.
Look at this graph. Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
In this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai. The person? The hero's very own costume.
The person.
Why didn't you just say the Nickel Samurai costume?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
That song is hilarious. Look at this photograph.
Right.
Or do you mean dick in a box? Because that's great too. Sorry.
You really can't focus today.
It's fine.
Are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer, that's what we're gonna call her, who was who was starving for a big scoop. I am all over the place, I'm sorry guys. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo?
No.
Order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Tell me about it.
Yep. Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
Oh, yes, I do.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt Engarde's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places.
Mess is the right word. It's true.
True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this nickel samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
A spare costume? I mean, it could be. It could be either. Which one's right?
I mean,
Oh, okay.
if you want the funny option,
There's a funny option?
there's a funny option. If you say it was stolen from Engarde, we do get a tiny penalty, but the response is funnier.
Let's do it.
All right.
I think it may have been stolen from Mr. Engarde.
Is it stolen? But why would someone do such a thing?
Maybe the thief wanted to interfere with the Maybe the thief wanted to interfere with the post-ceremony stage show.
Hmm.
And so, if he didn't have his costume, then Mr. Engarde would be forced to go naked.
Maybe you should be stripped naked and run out for making a mockery of this court.
You would like that, Edgeworth.
I mean, he's just giving a suggestion.
Excuse me.
Phoenix is like, oh, we're bringing this into the courtroom today?
Oh, God. Worth it.
Cat's gone.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh, that was worth the penalty.
So worth the penalty.
Get a room, you two. See? High plastic T-Rex.
Oh my god. Just both go naked. Oh my god.
Naked courtroom time.
Oh my god.
Mr. Matt Engarde did not take his costume off after the awards ceremony. He even testified that he took a nap while still wearing his costume. Is this not correct?
They know what they're doing.
They know.
Yeah, he did say something like that, didn't he?
That's what I thought. Let's try that one more time, shall we, Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was the Nickel Samurai's costume doing inside the guitar case?
I almost accidentally picked the same thing just by trying to go through the... It was a spare costume. Flushing intensifies! Mr. Engarde did not take his costume off during the break period, as I was proven by Edgeworth. In this case, the costume we were talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
But why? The victim, Mr. Kurita, was the Jamma Ninja. Why would he discreetly bring a Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him?
To roleplay.
What would be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
And therein lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Clearly not.
Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one?
No, well, I'm gonna figure it the fuck out.
Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Gusto. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai's spare costume to the hotel was... Thank you, Miss Manga Chick, for the clip. Strip naked?
Oh my god.
Nickel Samurai is gonna confess something after the post-ceremony stage show?
Yeah, the conference ticket.
So I should present the conference ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Take that, bitches.
What's this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the press conference, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Engarde himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The victim?
Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet, however. What I'm concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt Engarde. I don't know what I just read. Hey, Hex Girl. Hello, hello.
Yes, I guess that is what that would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's public disclosure.
What?
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you're pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Not you, though.
Not
yes,
you.
just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Ain't that the fucking truth, though? not the judge.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him? Huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
And what do you know about the secret of Matt
Engarde. I mean, same thing.
Mr. Engarde is... Oh my god. What do you know?
I can read.
And do you know what the secret of Mr. Engarde's is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I see.
Girl, why you lying?
Why the fuck you lying?
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all.
Uh-huh. Protect Mr. Engarde?
You lie! You lie!
That plastic T-Rex.
And yet, again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand. Oh, look, another testimony. She's got 2 fucking more.
Really? Okay, can I pee real quick?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. And
Go
get more
enjoy
water.
that pee. Great. So you're gonna basically just keep the problem going.
I should stay hydrated. Rude. Okay, PRP.
Okay, bye. I'll just stay here by myself. Maybe I'll take a nap while Kat's gone. Cue the elevator music. I would if I could, but I do not have the ability to do that on Kat's stream. 30-second power nap. That's right. That's going to help. Tim, we streamed until like 2:30 this morning because this stupid... we had to do a mission where we had to save all the villagers to get a thing, like to get this cool shield. And these stupid freaking villagers, I swear, just kept dying and I had to keep rewinding time. And I was just like, you know what? I worked so hard to get that stupid shield. Let me tell you. I don't know if you saw it earlier. It's awesome they asked you again for Overcooked. It is. I'm really glad that they reached out because Kat and I really love Overcooked. I mean, it's not just like, hey, let's promote this thing. We legitimately love the game. It's probably one of the best co-op experiences that you can get, especially online. Because, I mean, you know, unless you're going to play like Fortnite or something like that. But there aren't really a lot of other options out there if you're going to do online co-op, unfortunately. So we both really love Overcooked. So we're happy to, you know, promote the new DLC and stuff. It means they love how you played as well. I hope so. We just can't curse on Steam.
All right. Hello.
So, you know, restraint.
Restraint?
Restraint.
What I don't
because we
have?
can't curse when we're on Steam.
Oh, yeah. That'll be interesting.
Yep.
I've done it. I've not cursed on Steam stream and also front page.
You have. You did well. Yeah.
Yes. I also have yogurt with me.
Thank you, Team 17, for appreciating keto. Yes, thank you, Team 17.
All of that. Doody-doo.
I do appreciate it. It's really nice to, you know, be working with a company that you like. And it's not just like, here, promote this stuff. Here, hello, streamer. We would like you to promote this app. And I'm like, if you can't use my name, like you've already probably lost me.
But also so many ask me to do phone things. I'm like, have I ever done one? Like, I don't even know how to capture that. And usually, like, normal phone games that have nothing to do with my content. But on front page, you curse before hitting front page. That doesn't count. I'm allowed. I just can't when I'm on front page. When I'm actually live.
I couldn't sleep last night. I should have watched the stream and the Cubs game. You should have, Tim. You should have been there, Tim.
Cubs! I don't normally vote for sports.
Hart my dancer. You need to appreciate it.
It's true. Oh, my God. A cat nap. That's what I call my naps all the time. Oh, my God. Entertain us, Kita. Kita's always entertaining. What are you talking about?
Always entertaining.
30-second power nap. Hell yeah. I don't think I could do that, actually. I needed like 20 minutes at least. Nope. All right. I used to do 20-minute naps in between classes sometimes. That was my power nap. On the couches outside of classrooms. Anyway.
I always scheduled my classes late because I was like, nah.
Well, none of mine started earlier than noon if I could help it, but
yeah.
I still was tired all the time. I actually never could nap until I was in college. You were rooting against the Cubs? How dare you? Tim, we're not friends anymore.
I didn't. What? Are you invested in this?
No, I'm just joking. Just the only team I will ever root for is the Cubs. Because they're underdogs. And they never win anything until 2 years ago. For the first time in like 100 years. Almost. Anyway. I'm not going to say, but I have very important information for Kat. Cresteds. Hi, Cresteds, by the way.
What?
I don't know. Crested says they have important information for me. But anyway. All right, you ready? Protecting Matt?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. He didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt like I had to protect him.
Tonight, Hot Topic will be showing off our new pops. Yes. Sneak peek looks... Invader Zim! I just want all the Invader Zim things. It's fine. All of them. This does account for everything. Sure.
Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit.
The defense can find no fault with this testimony. I am ready to make a ruling. That was quick. Please keep in mind... Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright. Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. No comment. Cheering for the Saints because of my dad. I have zero interest in all teams. Yeah, the Cubs because of my grandpa.
All right, so we need to press on the first one.
It is important. Press! Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. Shade.
All the shade.
If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things?
Ah! I'm on fire!
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix. What the fuck have I taught you, Phoenix?
They didn't teach us to that in school? What school did you go to, Phoenix? At least, not from what I remember.
May I continue now?
Oh my god, yes, Cresteds. Also, hi, Silver Eyes. Pearl as Mina is weird. It's true. Alright, do we press another one?
We want to do the 4th one, so when she talks about the evidence, the button and the knife. My thoughts were confirmed.
Okay, press.
That one.
You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
It's a freaking butter knife.
It is a butter knife. It also didn't kill him.
And then what about the button?
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright. Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Rude?
Mia's like this bitch.
Yeah. Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With an icy stare, yes.
Rude. Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. Alright. Are we pressing or are we showing something for this?
Yeah, I think this is the revised one.
That button was torn off. Yeah. Yeah, it would be that one.
So, we actually want to present the autopsy report.
Where the fuck?
Wherever it is.
Juan's autopsy report.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Present it. The potion. The potion to kill Cusco. Exactly.
Cusco's poison.
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states
that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation.
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
Why?
Yeah, I don't. Butter knife, go.
Why would you do that?
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off the costume. When?
After the stabbing, then.
Mm-hmm.
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly. Which means this is impossible. It is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There was no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body.
Order, order. What is the meaning?
What is the meaning of this, right? Well, they just cut off the judge.
He needed to ask personally. The judge isn't there, it doesn't matter.
No, it's just the two of them, like always, against the world.
Always.
So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
We now know this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Mr. Wright, does this mean? Does this mean what you know?
Wait, what?
Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it?
To have a memento of the crime. No, to pin the crime on Engarde.
Yep.
Duh.
There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. Engarde. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right. Mr. Engarde was set up by the real killer, of course.
And the real murderer is? Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real murderer? The real killer, then?
Finally, I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up until this point by bullshitting.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
Gumshoe takes selfies and sending it to people. Is he sending dick pics? This is a valid question. I mean, technically, logically, he is. And they should be illegal.
Ma'am.
The real killer, sorry, the person who planned to frame Mr. Engarde is. So, profiles?
Yes.
I mean, we're probably gonna have to say Adrian, right?
Yep.
Okay. Adrian. Hi, Phoenix Affinity.
She has 2 testimonies left.
Miss Adrian Andrews. I choose you. You are Mr. Korea's killer.
You!
My Pokemon. Oh, there goes another pair of glasses. Oldbag.
Order. Mr. Wright, this is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Mrs. Andrews.
How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me.
I can't, can I? Would you care to test me?
Can you hold on a second?
Yeah. Hey. Doggos Bork. Andrews, I choose you. Throws Pokeball at her. Yes. I didn't realize her pants. What about her pants? Took a screenshot of that when I played this game. Of what, her glasses breaking?
She barking at nothing.
Bork!
Bark.
Bork.
Where are we? You might have gone in.
What about this knife?
Okay. Then what about this knife?
Pork, pork. The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. Engarde, naturally. The knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you.
Tisk. Fourth response.
Yeah.
Then, what about the button that was found in Matt's hakama?
It's fucking put there. This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. Engarde was the real killer, there is no way he would have put such an incriminating evidence in his own hakama. Fifth. Took a screenshot of I choose you. Yes. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. Engarde's hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews. I see. What about the empty guitar case? That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews.
No, But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case... What?
I thought he said pants. I just read that. She wasn't intending on leaving any pants. Anyway.
She wasn't intending on leaving any pants. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any pants, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposefully left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. Sixth.
She just starts screaming.
Hi, Fran. I know, she's just screaming repeatedly. It's fine. She's just upset. She's a witch.
She's a little upset.
And to top it all off, here is this photo. The photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. Engarde. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, to prove, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
Please stop.
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I've got her this time. No, you don't. Miss Andrews?
I refuse to testify.
What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. How would
Are we
you know?
going to talk
You don't
about
know
the law now?
Yeah! The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves. What? Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Engarde's room.
Adrian Andrews! Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? All right.
Oh. That's it. That's when Franziska planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things looked bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there is still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done.
What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Not the first time you said that. Run out of evidence?
So, what is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
What?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
Yes, circumstantial. Oh my gosh. Having a hard
Your
time
voice doing okay?
Not really.
Oh no.
Jeez.
If you need to end, whenever, let me know.
We're almost there. We have a little bit more, so I'm hoping I can just pull through it.
Here we go with this bullshit. Pleading the fifth all you want, bitch. I ain't gonna stop the kick-ass train. No, but Edgeworth's deep, luscious voice might.
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Corrida.
Fuck, which we do, but we said we wouldn't use it. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corrida?
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
No! She's taking that defiant attitude again. Mamiya, what should I do?
Somehow we've landed in the worst possible situation. Well, that was helpful, Mia, thank you.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid, definitive proof. But that's not true. In this situation, there is only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess. Recess? I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter, and at tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow? We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial. Please continue the trial.
What are you sweating for?
You can tell from here.
Your client is getting one more day to live as...
That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya... Oh, maybe he didn't know. But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
I mean, this would be
Thank
the one
you,
time
Faye.
where Franziska would be useful, forcing someone to
Right?
testify.
Yeah, seriously, just whip him. Whip him good.
It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you?
It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there's one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and? I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify. Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him.
He's just happy to see
Is
his
he
lover
friend
again.
or foe or lover? I just don't know.
Lovers. Always lovers. Shaken, not stirred. Edgeworth just saved Bay.
He
The court-
did again.
He did again. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please. Lover! When I found the
Fucking
body.
testify, ma'am.
Seriously.
That glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and I saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something. So I went to pour him some juice, as you
With a
do
knife
when
sticking out of
you
his chest?
as you do when you think someone's fainted. Like, I wouldn't be like, Kat, you seem to have fainted. I'm gonna pour you a nice old glass of juice.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that.
not, no. Lovers, tulip!
When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why
That
didn't you
makes
say
no
so in your
sense.
earlier testimony? Because it makes no sense.
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. You fucking lied.
You fucking lying.
Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright.
Alright, so... when I saw him sitting like that, the thought he was dead didn't cross my mind. We can, present the crime photo.
Crime photo of Juan Crito's murder scene.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Andrew.
There
What
it is.
a nice testimony. Frickin' Andrews.
Your testimonies are garbage.
So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
I mean, he has a fucking butter knife sticking out of his chest.
Ah! What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Crito's chest. How did we not... Thought we established this! Why is this a shocker? Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought there was a dead man.
That's, well, you see.
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Your point? Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. 7. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer.
Oh my god.
No! Discord cut you off so good, but it was at a perfect moment. I was also half expecting Kita to go, no! No! It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Engarde, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
But you were the one who refused to testify, and your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify.
Well, then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Engarde's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. So it wasn't her. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Engarde. Damn it, Bae.
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute, real truth.
The absolute real truth? What are you?
You spit, mama.
Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Engarde will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you. What? I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would be declared guilty.
Or would never be declared guilty.
You lie! You lie!
Well, what in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Franziska.
She's afraid of the whip.
Aren't we all?
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another, because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
Then, right now, Miss Andrews is...
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Engarde will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging to them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get our not guilty. That is my only priority.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please. Someone help me.
Aww. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? The court can't continue like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except that woman crying over there, right?
No, you idiot. You're not getting it.
He's not.
Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I'm assuming we have to still pick one, even if we think one or the other.
It actually doesn't matter what you pick here.
Oh.
So you can say whatever you want.
I would say force Andrews to testify because she clearly didn't do it, even if she maybe knows.
Alright. We'll force her to testify.
I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Well, I'm not doing it because of that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Does he ever?
No. Sure, Mr. Engarde would get an acquittal, but in his place you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong. What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this, however...
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop.
Mr. Edgeworth.
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. What? And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Stop! Please stop! No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
Oh, at least we aren't the ones when she asked us not to. That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report.
What will you do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
That's some strong words, buddy. The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
Please, please stop. I beg you, if people find out... If people find out, I'll... If you're going to say you would choose death, that is no concern to me.
Damn. Wow, Edgeworth! What the fuck? Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? Bae?
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do. So will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk. But please, help me.
Wow.
Nothing matters anymore.
Yeah, he's playing the bad guy.
Oh, he's bad cop.
He is bad cop right now. Jeez.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
She stabbed the body? With the knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but... this is the truth. The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
Last time?
So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corrida, in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt Engarde for the murder.
Which is still illegal.
And this is her crime.
Tampering with evidence. Well, what? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. All right.
So, Kat, we have to press every single piece.
Oh my god. Okay. Ready?
So let's go.
First one. But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck. That scarf is a part of the Gemma Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up, then went to pour the juice. All right, keep pressing.
When I realized he was dead?
Mm-hmm.
What is this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because he was going to expose Matt's weakness. Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway?
Mm-hmm.
That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him.
Night, Lissa.
Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And
then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife.
Yep, press.
So you were the one to stab the victim with the knife.
Gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Engarde's hakama? Yes. That's what I had planned to do. And things never go that smoothly, do they?
And then just when I finished returning to Matt's room. Hey, Socio Gaming! An inconvenience.
There was a woman with a camera at the... Lot of the inconvenience. A lot of inconvenience.
A lot of inconvenience.
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
His hair!
His hair.
There's also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That's Miss Oldbag for you.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. Hi, Tia. You the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes. I took it from Global Studios. I also put it in Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes. Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is the secret?
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
F. I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Mr. Engarde's room and planted the button?
Into Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word! What does all this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt Engarde. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Franziska, huh?
She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
A lot of dots.
A lot of dots.
A lot of dots. Hi, Skittles! Hello, hello. What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Wait, Your Honor. The defense still...
Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points her to the murder. As the murderer. Same thing. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
Let it go.
But... Let it go.
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
I've got my handcuffs right here, sir. Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for a detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
F.
Wow, that was an echo. Echo.
Echo. I like how they're still standing there, but everyone's gone.
The judge just, like, pieced the fuck out.
The judge and everyone in the stands.
Oh, Phoenix.
Today's trial. It's over. And I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth? Lover?
What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room?
That day? Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him.
You found that card next to the victim's body?
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket.
That's a weird klepto thing, but okay.
Ooh, free stuff!
Yeah, free card.
But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Why wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card, if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why. That was really slow.
Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry!
Edgeworth?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to. What is this all about?
I've never seen Edgeworth this emotional before.
Lies.
Lies. That card. What in the world is it? And what does it mean? It's where Maya is!
Continued.
To be continued. Why would you think that was important?
Yeah, you would think that if you found a dead guy and there was, a card next to the body that you didn't recognize, you'd think that would be...
You think that would be a little important, sir?
Oh my goodness.
Well, it wasn't long. We just also started at 2.
It feels long.
I'm so sorry. My God. She did lie. Well, she didn't mean to lie. She just forgot. Oh my God. More drama. The shell and a spiral.
Drama.
Slowbro. It's canon Slowbro. Slowbro did it. Obviously. There's no other explanation. But yes, so. Oh my God. The trial is done. And now we have 2 more investigations and 2 more trials.
So, probably not going to be done until October.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Should pick the card before realizing he was dead, though. I mean, I guess, but I still wouldn't think, I'm going to put this in my pocket.
You'd think he would have, you'd think she would have, dropped it when she saw that he was dead.
Yeah, you would think. But no. No. That's not, no. I would have dropped. I don't know. I wouldn't slip anything in my pockets, I would think.
Not when you're shocked.
Not when I'm
I can
even
if you had it in your hand and you just didn't put it down or something and then you realized after and then put it in your pocket, that would make more sense. Like, oh, I didn't realize I had this, but yeah.
But then oh my God. I know who we're going to raid. But before we do, so guys, I'm just going to put the raid response in chat so you guys can copy and paste it, make sure it works. Never mind. I lied. Let me write it myself.
Oh, right. 'Cause Stream Deck is dead.
Yeah, Stream Deck's dead. But, no, wait. Let me try and get a custom one in here because guess, Kita. Kuri is streaming Hotiful Boyfriend. What should we say?
Why do we live in a fucking cave? I think that was a good one from that.
Well, I don't know if she knows that. I mean, I'd assume she's on Angel right now. She's running to Angel.
I mean, I guess we can't talk about the head in the box.
No, not yet.
I mean, you could just scream "coup." That's mostly what.
Coup! Yes. Oh my God, Kita, you're brilliant.
What?
So this is. So please copy and paste that, or if you are not subbed to either of us, copy and paste this. Oh my God, I'm getting there. Oka-san! Oh my God. Or if you're subbed to both of us. Oh my God, I'm getting there, guys. We have to raid Hotiful Boyfriend after Phoenix Wright. I'm sorry. We absolutely have to. Kita's like, I've tried to forget about this game. Hey, at least it's not 9.
I have. Oh my God, just don't pile them on top of each other. Like.
All right, I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Not biddies. I can't bit my own self anyway.
Oh my God, to be Come watch me play Fire Emblem tonight. I'm gonna self-promo.
Yes. So, Kita's stream schedule
It's
this
fun.
week
I love
while you
it.
guys are trying out this raid response. What is your stream
Fire
schedule
Emblem.
this week? Fire Emblem, but also
In a couple hours. And then Overcooked tomorrow on Steam. And then on Twitch. And then Shadow of War on Kimmy's channel. And then Hitman 2 started on my channel on Sunday. It's just a lot happening.
there's
Please
a lot
come
happening. All
me
are
company.
6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern.
Except for Kimmy's, which is at 3.
Except for Kimmy's at 3 on Friday Eastern. And
Yep.
then tomorrow at
Steam.
11 a.m. is the next time I will be on stream, and it'll be with Kita on Steam. I'll put the link in Discord and on Twitter if you guys are wondering where to find it. And then Friday for me is going to be Snake Pass, which is a game about a cute little snake that I'm playing for To Be Fair for patron picks, and then Wonder Song, which is from Lacious, More Control on Saturday, and then 2 sub incentives on Sunday, both Mario Party 4 and Super Monkey Ball. So let's go give Kuri that sweet, sweet raid and have Oko-san just flood her chat. Please and thank you. I'm so excited she's playing How to Full Boyfriend. It's a problem. But yes, thank you guys for joining us, and thank you, Kita, for tolerating me. For tolerating me making every single distraction during today's stream. I appreciate you guys. And we will see you guys tomorrow for Overcooked. Otherwise, Kita will see you tonight for Fire Emblem. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Kita, say bye.
No.
Rude. Bye, guys.